What a wonderful welcome, and what a wonderful day. I am so happy to be with all of you to celebrate the 25th anniversary of American Girl. Where did the time go? I used to think of myself as the mother of American Girl. I guess now I've become the grandmother. And it seems to have happened in a blink of the eye. Somewhere in the archives of this company is a postcard written in green ink that I sent to my dear friend, Valerie Tripp, whom you all know. It said, as best I can remember, "I've been down in Williamsburg this week and had an idea. What do you think of it? A series of books about 9-year-old girls growing up at different times in American history. There would be 6 books for each, and the stories would reflect the important moments of girlhood and how it changed and how it stayed the same over the years. There would be a doll for each character with historically accurate clothes and accessories so girls could play out the stories. There might even be matching clothes for the girls." And with that postcard, the idea for the American Girls collection was born. But it didn't stop with that postcard. A few months later, on a wintry November weekend, my husband Jerry and I went to our cabin up in the North Woods, and we stayed in the little tiny boathouse there. The idea about historical books and dolls had been percolating in my brain, and sitting by the wood stove, I sat down to write out my vision. I have done a lot of writing in my life, but never before or since have words flowed so easily and so quickly. By the end of the weekend, I knew, just simply knew, that this was a good idea. Why? Because I would have loved it when I was a little girl myself, and as an adult, I would have loved to give it to my nieces, who I know would love it too. I understand today that I was my own one-person focus group. Within me was the favorite aunt, the adult who knew what she wanted to give, and the child who knew what she wanted to get. And from that moment on, I just trusted my instincts to lead me in the right direction. It was a good thing my intuition was so strong, because when I left the cozy boathouse and began to ask people what they thought of my big idea, I was met with disbelief and patronizing tolerance, summarized as, "Are you kidding? Historical dolls in the day and age of Barbie? How are you going to make them?" I don't know. "Do you even have a fax machine?" I was asked. No, I didn't even know what a fax machine was. But what I didn't know didn't stop me. I simply knew I had a good idea, and somehow I would figure out how to get it done. So 25 Septembers ago, 500,000 catalogs went into the mail, and we held our breath. But ring the phones did, and prep we did. The concepts of staging and inventory control never entered our minds. And pick and pack and ship we did. And when the season was over, Santa had come to us too. We had sales of over $1 million. The little girls and their mothers, grandmas and aunts wanted what I wanted to give them. An American Girl was on its way. From its inception, it was a doll company, a toy company, a clothing company, a publishing company, and a direct mail company, all at once. But in truth, from its beginning vision, it was a company that was bigger than the sum of all those parts. It was a girl company, and anything that was good for girls was ours to give them. It wasn't all easy, and there were mistakes made. There were times of challenge and disappointment, and it was tempting to read each bump in the road as an omen for our demise. For instance, In the year that followed, we outgrew our pitiful little warehouse on Blount Street and moved to the cornfield in Middleton, where 1 million daffodil bulbs were planted, and not one grew. Was this an omen for the future we fretted? Would American Girl fail to bloom too? But through it all, we were propelled by the energy of our booming sales, our growing audience of growing girls, and our besotted customers. What a ride it was. Finding that bright red box with the dolls she dreamed about under the Christmas tree is indeed a magical moment for a little girl, though it will soon pass into a happy childhood memory. But the stories of the American girls' lives, simple on the surface, but rich and rewarding in their emotional truth, are what will stick for years to come. That is the nourishment, the goodness, that will strengthen her spirit and guide her. And that goodness has the power to change her and change the world. That, my friends, is what One Woman's Vision has grown into over 25 years. It is my fervent wish that over the next 25 years, American Girl will continue to enchant and protect little girls so they will know and trust in goodness. I'll end my remarks today with the same words that I ended our all-company meetings for many years. It is a quote from W.B. Yeats, and it crystallizes for me what I dreamed American Girl could be and what I believe it has become. Yeats wrote, "Look up in the sun's eye and see what the exultant heart calls good, that some new day may breed the best, because we gave not what they would, but the right twigs for an eagle's nest." Thank you.